were these white supremacists who had descended on Charlottesville? And why did the authorities seem so unprepared? I arrive in New York to meet with a retired FBI agent, a man who infiltrated neo-Nazi groups during the 1990s.
This is from Charlottesville.
Mike German tracked the violence in Charlottesville as it unfolded.
This is when the police should be there, and they aren't. And not even in view. I mean, you can't even see somebody close by. I mean, it's one thing to, okay, watch these guys trade some punches and then follow them as they separate and grab them.
Right.
They weren't even doing that. Or let them go home, but then pick them up, because you can identify them pretty easily. And what's interesting about Charlottesville is that it was after almost 2 years of increasing violence at these protests. There was Anaheim, Sacramento. The first Berkeley protest in 2017, the Huntington Beach protest. The second Berkeley protest was even more violent. The 5th, 6th, 7th in a series. I could see from my office here in New York City how this was building. This was not just predictable, but predicted. I couldn't believe that there wasn't better intelligence being provided by the federal government, by the FBI, Department of Homeland Security. Particularly when people are coming in from out of state, they should be warning them. These are people who engaged in violence in Berkeley. These are people who engaged in violence in Huntington Beach. Where was the FBI? And unless the FBI, too, has just abandoned this ground, which I would find even more shocking.
And your sort of sense is like, if you allow folks to go out and act very violently over and over and over again in these political spaces, then they basically start to think, hey, the cops are okay with us.
Right, they're gonna protect me coming in, let me do it, and then protect me going out. Now that these groups feel that they have some state sanction for that, they are going to be a lot more dangerous in the coming years.
Where was the FBI, Mike German wondered. They'd issued warnings about white supremacist violence before Charlottesville, but those warnings had failed to stop the bloodshed. No one from the Bureau will sit down with me, but they sent me a statement. The FBI said that while it doesn't police ideology, it has long investigated white supremacy extremists, and it will enforce the rule of law.